today's NCAA Division III women's volleyball matchup between the FDU-Florham Devils and your Montclair State University Redhawks. Montclair State New Jersey Athletic Conference and NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting participants and officials in a positive manner. Profane, racial, sexist, or related comments or other intimidating actions directed towards student athletes, coaches, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated in our grounds to rule for the set of competition. Here today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Devils. A sophomore outside hitter from Roxbury, New Jersey, number 1, Taylor O'Connor. A sophomore outside hitter from Charleston, South Carolina, number 2, Genevieve Fitch. A senior outside hitter from East Skyway, New Jersey, number 6, Vanessa Freeman. A senior middle blocker from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, number 10, Gabby Hart. A sophomore outside hitter from Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, number 16, Mackenzie Crondell. A sophomore middle blocker from Monroe Township, New Jersey, number 24, Hannah Weinman. And at the very senior from Staten Island, New York, number 3, Olivia Russo. And a junior from Wayne, New Jersey, number 5, Ariana Wood. FDU-Florham is coached by Jason Madison. He's assisted by Caroline Trevino and Billy Narotsky. And now, here's the starting lineup for your Redhawks. A freshman setter from Snohomish, Washington, number 3, Lucy Cornelius. A sophomore outside hitter defensive specialist from Sewell, New Jersey, number 4, Bree Bautista. A sophomore middle blocker from Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, number 8, Brianna Craig. A senior middle blocker from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, number 14, Lily Thomas. A sophomore outside hitter from Parker, Colorado, number 16, Cameron Muse. A junior middle hitter right side hitter from Clark, New Jersey, number 33, Sophia DeProfio. And at libero, a senior from Lake Lakes, Florida, number 6, Emma Hatcher. Montclair State is coached by Edward Smitsky. He's assisted by Megan Carpenter, Rebecca Matasker, Lily Stinzo, and Kate Monahan.
And we are live here from Panzer Athletic Center on the campus of Montclair State University for your coverage of Montclair State athletics right here on the Red Hawks Sports Network. I'm Justin Randell, and I'm alongside the one and only Vincent Picone as we are here in the finale of the tri-match day between the Montclair State Red Hawks and the Fairleigh Dickinson University from Florham Devils.
Yeah, Justin, I mean, it's the last game for both of these teams for the regular season. FDU doesn't look like they're going to be able to make the playoffs with the 2-5 record in the conference. 15-11 though overall, and they're just coming off a nice win against St. Joseph's from Long Island. Now going up against the Red Hawks, who's 15-1 at home. We were just talking about it a little bit pregame. Their 14-game winning streak at home came to an end against the NJAC Conference rivals, the Cane Cougars. Now going into playoffs, this is their last game you'll see them at home unless a 6th seed is able to make it to the top.
And that's exactly what me and our colleague Thomas Gaffney was talking about in the opener of this, where it would be a long shot for the Red Hawks to host in the NJAC playoffs if that were to be. But anyways, I don't think the Red Hawks, they're really too focused on that. I think they're focused at the task at hand, winning in the finale here today, and have the right mindset going into the NJAC tournament.
We're very excited for today. Justin, I apologize I cut you off.
No, you're good. You speak your mind, my friend. As we get ready to start it, it'll be Lucy Cornelius on the serve as it's dug out nicely by FDU. Goes over to Hatcher, back to Cornelius, and tapped over by DeProfio. And a point will be awarded to the Red Hawks, and that is how we kick off the tri-match finale.
We've talked a lot about throughout the season about the depth of this Montclair State team and everything. Sophia DeProfio is brings the depth to another level of this team. A very much improved player, along with her and Lily Thomas, moving up the ranks for sure. And I think Coach Stawinski would always say, she's a player that you want to look out for, as there's a kill for her.
And for the Red Hawks, you know, they took the opener against St. Joe's to start the day. And you mentioned Sophia DeProfio. She didn't really have to do too much work in that first game. She only had 3 kills in 9 attacking attempts. So she really wasn't even the focal point for the Redhawks, and that just shows you how deep of a team Montclair State is.
Well, she's got 2 already today.
As another point will go to the Redhawks, and a quick and early start for them. They now lead it by a score of 3-0.
Cornelius is on a roll. Usually in the setting position. He's in a different spot now and is rocking and rolling.
It's Fitch for FDU, gets it over, now Hatcher with it. To Cornelius, back over to Thomas, who gets it over the net. Kept alive by the Devils. Fitch tries to go for the kill, but it's blocked down by DeProfio, and another point will be awarded to the Redhawks.
Well, a very nice job by DeProfio. With a 4-0 lead here to get it started. Feel a little comfort setting in. Don't want to let anything get too comfortable, though.
With it now is Ocasio, over to Fitch, gets it over now to DeProfio. Cornelius all the way across to Batista, who goes for the kill, but they're going to say it was out of bounds, and FDU gets their first point of the match. So a quick 4-0 run from the Redhawks gets snapped by the Devils.
And I think on that one, at least, I mean, that's an error. Profio.
Yeah,
my goodness.
Profio. I mean, she must
third kill.
She must have heard what I was just talking about, how she didn't like to do too much in that first game, and she's off to a great start here in the third match. As the serve goes up, it's taken by Fitch all the way across now. Freeman tries to go for the kill, and once again, Sophia DeProfio with the block and the points.
You can't get around her, I guess. My goodness.
What a start. 3 kills, 3 attacks, a dig, and 2 blocks. As another point goes to the Redhawks, they now lead it 7-1.
An ace there for Bryn Bautista.
And a quick and early timeout called by the Devils head coach Jason Madsen. And so quite the start here, Vin, for the Redhawks, an early 7-1 lead. And it's all kudos to Sophia DeProfio, who is just absolutely all over the court right now.
I mean, Justin, we have seen Bryn Bautista put an ace on the board, which she now has 45 of them on the season. 3 kills for Sophia DeProfio, who had 3 in 3 sets earlier today.
Yeah.
And Justin, this is what you like to see if you're the Redhawks.
And of course, Sophia DeProfio, as well as Batista and Cameron Muse, I mean, the list goes on and on. They're all going to be so vital for this NJAC tournament run that Montclair State hopes to go on. And, you know, Sophia DeProfio, she's off to a great start today. This is what you want to see if you're head coach Eduard Stawinski of the Redhawks. You want to see your star players get loose and get comfortable and have the right mindset going into the matchup against William Patterson that'll be coming up next week. So just right now, these are practice games, Vin, and the Redhawks, they're not taking this any lightly than they normally would in a regular season match.
And they shouldn't be. I mean, Tuesday, 7 o'clock, Willie P. against Montclair in William Patterson, the Battle of Route 46.
It's been an exciting match.
We've seen them here before. And as that one
almost came at me.
Justin's got the catcher pose up and everything.
I was ready for it, but
I'm sorry, is that Buster Posey or is it Justin Randell announcing?
I don't know. Cornelius with it all the way across to Cameron Muse, who goes for the kill, but it's nicely kept up by Wood. Over to Fitch, dug out nicely by Batista, goes back across to Thomas, who gets it over. Freeman with it. Over the net it goes, back to Batista. Now Cornelius over to Muse. Goes for the kill, and this time she converts, and that's the first time we really mentioned Cameron Muse here in this third game. And she had quite the first game for the Redhawks. 15 kills and 33 attacking attempts in that first game.
Well, Justin, I mean, to say the least right now, she has been incredible all season, and now for 2 years straight. She's been the main focus of the kills. But then you bring on Brianna Craig and you bring on Bryn Bautista, and that's what makes this team so deep. And that's why I think, in my opinion, Justin, this team looks better than they did last year, even though they're in the 5th seed this year. No games at home. Last year they played Stockton at home. This team just looks better. They look like they can more challenge the NJAC a little bit more with their depth.
And, you know, you said it perfectly because, again, you talk about the Redhawks being in the 5th seed, but their record, like, overall doesn't reflect that. They're 25-5, but 5th in the NJAC. It just goes to show you that the NJAC is completely stacked, you know, with all these top teams, the Rowans, the TCNJs, the William Pattersons. I mean, the list goes on and on. So the fact that the Redhawks are in the 5th seed and 25-5 overall is just, it's almost unheard of.
Very true.
It's Cameron Muse going for the kill, kept alive by Fitch. To Ocasio, sending it over as O'Connor. Batista back over to Cornelius, to DeProfio, who gets the kill, and that is number 4 for her here in the first set.
Profio just nails that one. No line drives there, just pitching it in the ground. My goodness. Double digits to start off.
Emerson Corso on the serve. And she's able to keep it alive, but there's going to be a violation called against the Redhawks. The point will be awarded to FDU. It is now 10-5.
Justin, I know you mentioned it earlier, but senior day is today for Emma Hatcher and Emerson Corso.
The only 2 seniors on this Redhawk team, and it just shows you how young of a core the Redhawks have going into the future.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the rosters right now, and as you can see, I mean, Lucy Cornelius, the freshman, Bryn Bautista, sophomore, Brianna Craig, sophomore, Cameron Muse, sophomore, Zoe Horn, junior, Lily Thomas, junior. They got a lot of time with this team, and that's why they're so impressive. And Sophia Profio, junior. You got time with a lot of these players.
Yeah, most of the core will be returning next season. But it's not even confirmed yet because obviously when you're a senior, you still have eligibility to come back for a 5th year if Emerson Corso and Emma Hatcher do decide to do that.
True.
But if not, you still have a bulk of the core still remaining for next season. Cameron Muse goes for the kill, gets it sent right back to her. Back over to Batista, sends it over. Kept alive by the Devils. Tipping it over, it's Hatcher with it. To Cornelius, back to Muse for the kill, and she gets it, but there's going to be a violation before that. It'll still be Montclair State's point, and they actually are going to credit Cameron Muse with the kill for that, even though the whistle was blown moments before. And Muse will be the one to serve it. It's Fitch to Ocasio, back across to O'Connor, who gets the kill. Taylor O'Connor with kill number 2. And it's now 11-6 Redhawks.
Still in a comfortable spot, in my opinion. I wouldn't be freaking out about anything, but right now, you look at FDU side, I think Tyler O'Connor, that's been leading the charge right now. 2 kills for her. She gets that one passed.
And so the point will be going to the Devils once again.
Getting a little close here.
The Redhawks, they were up 7-1 previously. Now it's 11-7, so trying to go on a little bit of a run here to get themselves back into this first set. O'Connor on the serve. It's Corso to Cornelius, across to Batista for the kill, and she gets it.
I don't know if you know this, Justin. Do you know where O'Connor is from?
I might have heard in the pregame, but for those that are just tuning in, why don't you tell us where she's from?
Roxbury, New Jersey.
Gee, where are you from, Vin?
Roxbury, New Jersey.
Oh,
the
wow.
greatest town in New Jersey. Some would say. Another big shot there. My goodness.
And that is what, the Gales, right? Roxbury Gales?
Yes, Roxbury Gales.
That's it.
Through the Gales.
So the former Gale, Taylor O'Connor. Hayden Newhouse in for the first time. She goes for the serve. It's Fitch going for the kill. Gets a set back to her. Across and going over now, it's Wyman who gets the kill.
That one looked like it tipped off of Bautista's fingers and flew in the opposite. But that front line, so powerful. DeProfio's off right now, and Craig is off, so you lose a little bit of that height effort.
Weinman on the serve, sent back over by Cornelius. Ocasio back in front, and the kill goes for Gabby Hart, who gets her second kill of the first set, and it's now 13-9. And you could hear over to our right, the FDU faithful is very loud and proud today, Vin.
I think on that one, Muse just kind of lost the ball for a second. Can't re-rack and reset.
Ocasio sends it over, kept alive. It's Muse to Weinman, back to Ocasio, setting it up for Hart. Goes for back-to-back kills, but this time it was a little bit too much on it, and it goes out of bounds. A point for the Redhawks. They lead at 14-9.
Cameron Muse went all matrix on that one, dodging the ball, let it go out. You ever see the Matrix?
I have.
Okay, I was gonna say you didn't even laugh at the joke.
No. I did get the reference though.
Finding the campfire on that one, that was impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, putting it past a Profio on that one, and really just finding a wonderful spot to go to. Wow.
Ocasio on the serve. It's Muse to Cornelius, back over to Batista, who tips it over, somehow kept alive by the Devils. Cornelius to Profio for the kill, still kept up. It's Freeman to Fitch. She tries to send it over, and it goes out of bounds. A point for the Redhawks, but got to give a lot of credit to the Devils for just laying their bodies on the line to even keep the play alive.
Justin, did you see that amazing save by Ocasio on the far side?
Yes.
I mean, that's impressive stuff to get it going.
As a service error goes against Bryn Batista. But yes, back to your point, Ocasio has just been very active here in this first set between serves and the digs, you name it. Cornelius to Muse, who just does what she does best, just tips the ball over the net into an open space on the court, and Montclair State gets the point.
And I have to say, when you're watching Cameron Muse from this year to last year, that's the big thing that she's made different from last year, where it's been all power every single time. She's mixed it up a little bit more now, and she's able to flick it over the heads of her defenders, almost like Bautista's able to do.
Going for the kill is Brianna Craig, and that's exactly what she does. 17-11 Redhawks, and you talked a lot about Brianna Craig before the game started, Vin, how she's just been so vital to this team, and that was another player where she wasn't really talked about in the first game. 5 kills, 17 attacking attempts, but she really didn't have a Brianna Craig type game, yet the Redhawks still swept St. Joe's 3-0.
I think when you really go into it and you look at some of the stats that the Redhawks have, it's a little different, especially in these early games, because they are a team that likes to take out the brooms and sweep. So the stats aren't as wide as you would think for a team that only has 5 losses. And even when you're going up and down the stat sheet, yeah, it might be a little bit lower than a team like Rowan or Stockton, because they're playing in more 5-set games. Montclair takes out those brooms, and they're able to sweep them pretty easily. Some different teams. Now, of course, other teams bring different challenges, but it's all over the mark.
It is. It's Ocasio over to O'Connor, who goes cross corner and finds the open spot for the kill. Taylor O'Connor with her 3rd kill here, and it's now 18-13 Redhawks.
Goes to that far corner there and just kind of splits the middle between Bautista and Hatcher, and that's a perfect position for it.
Brianna Craig with the kill, kept alive by Ocasio. Goes across, sent over. Cornelius back to Muse for the kill, and I mean, there's just no stopping that, Vin. I'm sorry. That's just such a powerful kill attempt from Cameron Muse. I mean, it's coming at you at such a high rate. I don't even know how you even react quick enough for it.
Corso coming up now.
On the serve, it was Corso. Ocasio sets it up for Weinman, kept alive by Hatcher. To Batista, who has to play it over on the 3rd attempt. Fitch to Ocasio, across to O'Connor, kept alive on the block by Cornelius. Lucy Cornelius making her presence felt with the block as the ball stays in bounds, 20-13 Redhawks.
Listen, I mean, she's a smaller player on this team compared to Craig and Muse and DeProfio, but she is able to get up there and block anything in front of the net.
As Emerson Corso makes the service error. As coming off now is Vanessa Freeman for FDU. She'll get a quick breather. It'll be a serve for Stephanie Lynch, who is in for the Devils. And the point is going to be awarded to FDU, 20-15.
Justin, I just want to give a quick little love to one of our seniors, Emerson Corso, who's been a lot of fun to watch come off the bench this year and be a vital part of this serving team.
Yes.
But do you know in high school she was a multi-sport athlete?
Really?
Yes. Do you know the other sport that she played without looking at my screen?
you tell me.
She also played tennis.
Wow.
Did you ever play tennis?
No, but my mother was a Division I tennis player at Rutgers University.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she played D1 tennis over there. I did not, however, take that tennis background that she had and apply it to myself, unfortunately, but she did play over at Rutgers.
When I used to go to Cape Cod every summer with my family, as that one goes out, and we went to a tennis court one day, and I was like, I just really want to learn tennis. So my parents got me tennis rackets and got my brother tennis rackets, and we played one game, and then we lost them in the garage, and we never picked it up again. So that's me.
As Hatcher plays it over, FDU with it. Ocasio sets it up for Weineman. Kept alive by Hatcher, who's just flailing on the ground. But in the end, no, there was nothing really the Redhawks could have done there. And you see all of the Redhawk players just smiling and laughing with each other. I mean, that play looked a little bit discombobulated, if you ask me.
Discombobulated.
Yeah. 21-18 the score. Corso to Cornelius, back to Craig, and she spiked it into her own net. But actually, the point is going to be awarded to the Redhawks. Maybe it did go over the net. It happened so quickly. Might have been a net.
It was a violation.
It was,
that,
okay.
That was
that's what I thought. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going crazy.
I like how you second guessed yourself on. Did it actually stay in front of the net?
Yeah, I didn't. I had to question myself. I wasn't too sure, but
I think that's fair.
Anyways, the Redhawks get the point. Ocasio to Weineman, and this time the point will be awarded to the Devils. It's now 22-19.
They were looking for that. This Blue Devils team is not going down without a fight. And you get in that 7-1 run to start off. You switch it up a little bit, and now the Blue Devils taking advantage here.
As Weineman will get the violation on the service error. 23-19 Redhawks as they are trying to close in on securing the first set win. Cornelius on the serve. To Fitch, to Ocasio, back to Fitch, and it goes out of bounds. Point for the Redhawks, and now this is set point number 1 for the Redhawks. Cornelius will serve. It's O'Connor to Ocasio, back over to Hart, kept alive by Cornelius momentarily, but Cameron Muse coming over just wasn't able to keep it alive. And FDU will not go out quietly just yet. It's 24-20. Ocasio on the serve. Muse has it. To Cornelius. To DeProfio for the kill. Kept alive. Ocasio back to Fitch. Sends it over, and it's in bounds. Back-to-back points for the Devils. It's now 24-21, and Vin, it's getting a little bit interesting here.
It's getting really interesting, Justin. You got to close this one out. This is one where you had a nice lead, and now things look like they're getting a little out of hand.
It's Ocasio, back to Hart, kept alive on the dig from Hatcher. Back over to Batista, and the Redhawks secure the first set win on the Bryn Batista kill. The Redhawks lead it 1-0 as we head to set number 2.
A little scary there to end it, but I think a quick breather and a talk with Coach put this team right back on track and get them to where they need to be.
And for the Redhawks, this is now the 4th straight set that they've won today. They, of course, swept St. Joe's 3-0, and now they lead 1-0 here in the finale of the tri-matches. So right now, the Redhawks, they are in a little bit of a groove here, Vin, and it's something you really like to see as we talk about how this is the last regular season match that the Redhawks will be playing. So you got to love the fact that the Redhawks have put up 4 straight set wins and feeling pretty good about themselves right now.
No, I mean, it's a comfortable spot to be. But honestly, they could win 6 sets in a row. Going into Willie P next is the game you want to look at. I mean, Tuesday is right around the corner. You got 3 days after today to really make a big statement. You got to be ready for it. You need all your weapons to be fully prepared. This is a big try match, and this is good to, you know, figure out flow and how to work together, but you need to really be able to take it as it comes. I mean, you saw in this first set, 4 kills for Tyler O'Connor, 5 for Hannah Wyman, 14 total attacks for Finch. It's been a pretty good set for both these teams. For the Redhawks, we saw 5 kills from Muse, 4 from Sophia DePofio, which Justin mentioned. It was already more than she had in 3 sets last time.
Yeah.
She does it all in 1. I think the big stat I'm going to look at right now is Bryn Bautista, 6 digs. That's impressive. And I know she can do this on a daily basis, but having 6 is exactly what you want to see.
And, you know, digs are a stat that kind of goes, or it's kind of overshadowed by everything else. You know, everyone's looking at the attacking attempts and the kills and the blocks and this and that, but the digs are always overshadowed. And I think, Vin, you hit it right on the nail there. It's a huge stat because digs basically represent that you're laying your body on the line, you're sprawling on the court and trying to keep the play alive. And Bryn Bautista doing 6 of those caters towards the reason why the Redhawks ended up winning that first set.
I think you're right, Justin. I think you're very much right. This team is fun to watch for that exact reason.
As both teams now switch sides, we are moments away from beginning set number 2.
As we keep going here, I mean, it's around that 4 o'clock hour, which means, Justin, we are 1 hour away from Montclair State football.
Yeah, I mean, we're approaching it. The kickoff is probably slated to happen in the next 1.5 hours or so, barring any, you know, late changes. But we're excited for that. You know,
Barring any late changes.
Well, I don't know.
Have you ever seen a late change?
Well, and you never know. I mean, again, sometimes you don't start at 4 at 5 o'clock on the dot. You know, but in this case, you know, anything's possible. But anyways,
clearly you were not at Montclair State's homecoming last year.
Well, that was
rain or shine. That team started on the dot.
They did. That was a big day. That was a big day for everyone. As we get ready for set number 2, set up for Batista as she goes for the kill, but had a little bit too much power on that one. It goes out of play, 1-0 FDU to begin set number 2. Ocasio on the serve, and she gets the ace.
Wow, that gets a lucky roll there. Kind of takes the net and rolls with it. It's a hard spot to be in, especially if you're Hatcher, who usually is anticipating it to come straight to her. You have to make a quick move.
As that one was blocked out of bounds by Fitch, point will be awarded to the Redhawks. It is now 2-1. Batista on the serve. Fitch keeps it alive. Back to Fitch. Sent over to DeProfio. Cornelius to Muse for the kill. Kept up by Hatcher. Set up for Cornelius. Back to Muse. Tries again. Kept alive by Wood. Over to Fitch. She goes for the kill. And Genevieve Fitch records her 4th kill of the match. And for Fitch, then, she leads her team coming in with 241 kills. As another point will be awarded to FDU, and then they're off to a much stronger start than they did in the first set, now leading 4-1.
No kidding, Justin. I mean, they've looked really good, and maybe it's that bottom or end of the first set surge that's really put them here. Oh my goodness.
And Cameron Muse, I think, just basically was telling us to, you know, focus on the game here rather than that, because that was a vicious kill there for Muse. basically told us, you know what, 4-1 FDU. I'm gonna make some changes here.
She said, "I'm done with your nonsense."
Batista to Cornelius, back to Muse, who gets back-to-back kills. Cameron Muse doing it herself with back-to-back kills. She now has 7 in the match already, and in the first match against St. Joe's, she had a total of 15 kills.
So 22 kills on the day for her.
As Gabby Hart responds with a kill of her own.
Yeah, that one just fell again. Campfire right on the Red Hawks' beak. You can't do anything about that one, especially when you spread out in a wide position. Hatcher tries to make the dive, can't get that one.
It's Cornelius over to Craig, who goes for the kill, but it was out of bounds. And a point for the Devils. They lead it 6-3.
6-3. They've been on top. Looking to continue this. Only concern is, you can imagine a timeout's coming soon. Coach Ed Stawinski.
Gabby Hart will serve. Batista to Cornelius. Over to Craig, who gets the kill. So moments after Brianna Craig made an attacking error, she responds with a kill, and it's now 6-4. Casey Traska is now in for the first time for the Red Hawks. She serves. And for Traska, I think that's going to go down as an ace.
It will. And this is, it feels like they're flicking the switch a little bit, Justin. I wouldn't say the fire's entirely started yet, but let me see.
As Traska gets the service error that time after previously getting the ace. 7-5, FDU leads. And on to serve is Stephanie Lynch. It's Batista to Cornelius, back to Muse, goes for the kill, kept up by Craig, sends it over. Ocasio over to O'Connor for the kill, kept alive, and somehow the Red Hawks get it over. It was Batista, but went out of bounds, a point for FDU, but a lot of credit to Brianna Craig for keeping it up, where it hit the net a couple times, and then Batista almost kept it in for the point.
I mean, that's a hard play to make. Batista dives for it first, makes that, and then gets up and just slaps it over. Just you need to get it over. That's all you got to do at that point.
Weinman goes for the kill, kept up by Muse. She goes for it, kept alive again. It's O'Connor. Craig with the block, kept alive. It's Hatcher to Muse, who has to play it over. Wood to Ocasio. Over to O'Connor for the kill. And a violation against the Red Hawks. It's now 9-5 FDU.
There it is. I mean, for this set, it feels like when FDU looked like they were falling and the Red Hawks were coming back, instantly reading the room and changing the storyline.
O'Connor plays it up. Cornelius to Muse for the kill. Kept alive by Wood. Ocasio back to O'Connor. Kept up by Muse. Cornelius to Craig. Now O'Connor. She sends it up. Kept alive by Batista. To Traska, who goes for the kill. Kept alive again. O'Connor. Over to Muse. Back to Batista. And this time it goes out of bounds, but Vin, that was probably the best rally for a point we have seen so far in this match.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of good rallies for points, and there it is. Calling a quick timeout.
And a very smart timeout by Coach Stawinski, as the Red Hawks here in this second set trail by 5 to the Devils. But realistically, you know, looking back at that first game as well, the Red Hawks were pretty much playing ahead in every set. Not necessarily because they won each set, you know, and they won 3-0, but in every set they always had the lead. So they really didn't have any adversity. So what we're seeing right now is a little bit of that adversity. So what do you think Coach Stawinski is saying to his team right now in the huddle?
I think right now you just got to get them back on track. Yep. They've looked lost since the end of that first set, Justin. They just don't look like they're comfortable. And that's not the right mindset to be in right now. You need to be comfortable. You need to be able to move and kind of work through the hard things. And right now, I think to say the least, Justin, and stop me if I'm wrong, they just don't look like they're playing like a team. It looks like everyone's on different pages right now. This is a good time to reel it back in, lock everything in, and you see Montclair is using another timeout. Well, Justin, I have to say, I haven't seen this in a very long time.
Yeah, back-to-back timeouts by the Redhawks here as they have 1 minute remaining. I'm with you, Vid. I haven't really seen back-to-back timeouts called in volleyball before. Usually I see that in like basketball. Sometimes you'll call back-to-back timeouts. But in this case, I think Coach Stawinski still wanted to buy a little bit more time to make sure that his team is on the same page.
But my big question here is, who's talking right now? They're just all kind of looking at, I can't tell who's actually talking.
Yeah, it's...
Because Coach Stawinski they called timeout, he walked away. he was not even looking at them. He said, all right, give me a second. And he walked away.
It was probably a combination of Megan Carpenter, Rebecca Matasker, Lily Scanzillo, or Katie Monaghan in that huddle talking to the team.
Well, that's what I thought too.
Yeah,
but they were talking to each other.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we'll see if the second timeout pays dividends as we get set to resume play out of the timeout. Lynch will serve. Batista to Cornelius, back to Muse for the kill, and fresh out of the timeout, Cameron Muse makes her statement known with the kill.
Whatever's happening in that timeout, I mean, maybe he's prepping them for the big game, because if you look lost like that, it's going to be hard to come back in the playoffs that are coming up real soon.
And now, just like that, back-to-back points out of the timeout by the Redhawks. It was a great job from Brianna Craig. And now the score is 10-7. Muse on the serve. Sent up by Batista. And just like that, Vin, 3 straight points for the Redhawks out of the timeout. And they've crawled themselves back to within reach here in set number 2.
Batista with the flick. It's all in the wrist, Justin.
That's it. Muse will look to capitalize. And she does! Cameron Muse with the service ace. Her first of the game. And you don't see that too often from Cameron Muse. She's known for her kills, not mostly known for her aces.
33rd on the season.
O'Connor sends it over. Traska keeps it alive. It's Cornelius. Back to Batista. And she gets the kill! 5 straight for the Redhawks, and we are deadlocked at 10 apiece.
Wow. This is what games are made of, and this is what playoff teams are made of. Able to get out of a hole quickly and recover.
Fitch for the kill. Muse keeps it alive. Cornelius back to Batista. Kept up. Ocasio to O'Connor. Muse with the dig. Alive it goes. It's now Craig's turn, and she gets the kill. And just like that, the Redhawks have regained the lead at 11-10.
Justin, 6-0 run since the timeout. Those are big league stats, and I mean, the service error is there, but being able to come out of that and work to your advantage, that's impressive, Justin.
We're at 11-11. O'Connor on the serve. Traska. I knew you were going to say that. Goes to Batista. Kept alive. Over to Fitch for the kill. Muse says no. To Cornelius. To Batista. And it's blocked out of bounds. And this time, Vin, I make the play as the ball came.
You did not make the play.
Oh, that ball was coming right at me.
Yeah, but you touching the ball does not mean you're making the play.
Well, I had to protect myself there because that ball was coming in at 1,000 miles an hour. No, I'm kidding.
1,000 miles an hour. I feel like I'm talking to a second grader right now.
goodness. Anyways, back to the game.
Well, now, you're knotted up at 12. I mean, that's a very good run by the Redhawks, but can you respond a little bit more? Can you put the exclamation point at the end of the text back?
Hughes to Batista for the kill, kept up by Weinman. Back to Fitch. She goes for the kill, and she gets it. A lot of credit to Weinman there, keeping the play alive. And in the end, the Devils get the point and go back in front. Weinman will serve. Trasco keeps it alive. And Cornelius was unable to keep it going. And back-to-back points for FDU. They lead by 2. Weinman. Back over to Craig, kept alive. It's Fitch, and she gets the kill.
Wow.
Man, Genevieve Fitch with her 5th kill. And just like that, FDU goes back in front by 3. As Sammy Mizak will check into the game to replace Cameron Muse. This is her first action of the game. And right on cue, Weinman gets the ace.
Wow, and right back to where they started. The Redhawks are in this hole.
The Redhawks, they had a 6-0 run. And FDU went on a run themselves. And the error from Weinman on the serve gives the Redhawks a free point. And Vin, that was actually a much needed point for the Redhawks to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit.
I think you're right, Justin. I mean, you can't say that they're back in this game because of an error made by FDU, but you can say that they have a chance.
It's Batista on the kill, and she gets it. Bryn Batista with yet another kill. It's back-to-back points for Montclair State. Cornelius on the serve. Wood to Ocasio, back to Hart, and it's blocked by Batista. And now the Redhawks are responding with 3 straight points. It's 16-15. Cornelius will serve. O'Connor to Ocasio, to Fitch, taps it over, kept alive. Hatcher to Batista. Fitch keeps it up. Ocasio over the net to Profia with it. Cornelius over to, wow, it went over to Batista and then it ricocheted off of the basketball net and FDU was unable to keep the play alive. Point will be awarded to the Redhawks and we're back even at 16.
The Panzer Athletic Center is doing its wonders and it still is working for the Redhawks. Wow.
As Cornelius gets the ace, Redhawks back in front, 17-16. Cornelius with the serve. O'Connor over to Ocasio. Fitch puts it over. Dug out by Cornelius. Hatcher to Batista. And a good effort from, I believe it was Wood, trying to keep it alive on the dig, but the ball hit the ground first. And we get a timeout whistled by the head coach of FDU, Jason Madsen. So then, it was 16-12 FDU. The Redhawks rattle off 6 straight points. They lead it by 2. And this set is kind of very different from what we saw in the first set, where there are a lot more big runs by teams here in set.
It's like plain and simple. One team will go on a run, looks like they're getting comfortable. The opposite team will take advantage. The other team then gets comfortable after taking advantage. Then then FDU will take advantage. Then Montclair will take advantage. It's back and forth right now in this set. Both teams look a lot more well-constructed than they did in the first set. I mean, to start out the first set, FDU looked a little unconstructed. To end the first set, Montclair looked unconstructed. Yeah. They're still able to take out that win. Now you're in this position. I don't think either team played their best volleyball in that first set. But because Montclair took the advantage, they're on the verge of putting FDU against the wall in this third set, and in the upcoming third set.
The Red Hawks coming out of the timeout now. They have a 2-point lead in set 2, already won the first set. Cornelius on the serve. Kept up. Ocasio over to Fitch. Sends it over. And right on cue, FDU out of the timeout gets a crucial point back.
Justin, I can tell you which point is most crucial. Point number 25. That's what you got to be hunting for right now. That's going to be the most crucial point here. And honestly, it might not, because it might go to 26 or 27.
Hatcher sets it up for Batista. O'Connor says no. Fitch tries, and Fitch gets the kill. And it seems like the common theme, Vin, is out of every timeout that's called, the team that calls the timeout is the one that responds with the run.
Well, I think to your point, you know, each coach has their own plan on how they're going to switch things up.
Yeah.
You're, of course, going to give up some points when teams are changing their routine. They see, hey, here's an error. You know, the back line is too far up, right? Put them back. So now when you're trying to hit it right into that nice spot, they're there. So both teams are going to answer for a little bit. It's the teams that can come out of the timeout, see that they're making changes, and then rebuttal with a different change of their own without going to timeout. Those are the teams that are going to win these big games.
As Hart tries to go for the kill, it's kept alive. Ocasio over across, and trying to go for the kill there was Vanessa Freeman. But instead, Montclair State gets the point. They lead it 20-19.
That's again showing off the height in the front right now by Lily Thomas, Sophia DeProfio, and Cameron Muse. I mean, they're a threat to be reckoned with, and they make kills up close extremely hard.
Freeman keeps it alive. It's Ocasio to Fitch. And somehow, no, the whistle did blow. We're trying to confirm who got the point. I think FDU ended up getting it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 20-20. It was hard to hear the whistle because it happened so fast. Hatcher to Cornelius across to Muse. Has to play it over. Kept alive by Wood to Ocasio to Hart. And Muse was unable to keep it going. It's a point for FDU, and they go back in front by 1, 21-20.
They're a powerful team, you know. They definitely lose the height advantage. But then you bring out number 10, Gabby Hart, up front, the junior, and you have that 5'10" stance in front. When you have Weinman on the court, you have the 5'11" stance.
As Muse gets the kill right on cue, Vin. A big kill for Cameron Muse. It's now 21-all. And you got to think that this might come down to the 25th point here, where it's going to be very tight the rest of the way.
Oh, Justin, I got to be honest. I would not be shocked if this one goes to 27, 26 or something.
Yeah. Hatcher keeps it up. Cornelius sets it up, and the kill for Brianna Craig. Redhawks lead 22-21.
I mean, Brianna Craig, you look at all the big names on this team, she sometimes gets lost in the mayhem from Bautista and from Muse, but she is just as good and is that secret weapon that teams aren't looking at.
And the kill, a big-time kill from Taylor O'Connor. It's now 22-all here, and that was a big point for FDU. They needed that. As Gabby Hart will serve. It's Muse to DeProfio. Back over to Batista. Still kept alive. It's Freeman over to O'Connor. Kept up by Batista on the dig. Cornelius to Muse. Gets the kill. Cameron Muse puts Montclair State back in front, 23-22.
Goes to the opposite back corner there. Reads the court wonderfully. Sees that all the defenders are coming up, and there's a big gap in that far corner. And she lets it rip.
DeProfio subs off. Traska back in. It's O'Connor to Ocasio. Now Freeman puts it over. And a point will go to the Devils on the play from Freeman. And it's just a seesaw battle here late then.
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon, Justin, so I hope you're comfortable.
Lynch will serve. Hatcher. Cornelius to Craig. Kaboom! 24-23, and it's set point for the Redhawks. Muse will serve. Gets it over. Finch. Ocasio to O'Connor. And it goes out of bounds! And set number 2 goes to the Redhawks. They lead it 2-0 as we head to the third frame.
Justin, I mean, come on. They battled there. Both teams battled, and they looked really well structured up until the end. That was a good set for both of these teams. Able to read timeouts, read adjustments pretty well, and not get lost. They looked like a team. This wasn't, 3, separate entities all trying to get a kill. This was one Red Hawk team and one FDU team that was able to turn this one around. Makes a nice job. You can see, we're about to get the statistics here on that second set alone. But they're pretty big.
Yes, they are. I'll give you those numbers in just a moment. Thank you, sir. And Vin, why don't you take us through exactly what FDU and Montclair State did in that second set?
Well, we saw 7 kills from Finch, and I think that's the most incredible part. 2 kills from O'Connor, which they did a good job of neutralizing her there, and I thought, that's something that you have to try. She had 2 errors in that set alone. A lot of errors. They had 4 errors in this set, which is fine. But they had 6 errors in that first set for FDU. That's not pretty for them. And then, which I thought was a lot, the constant attacking from Montclair gave them 18 digs in that set alone, compared to 19 in the last set. But the number keeps flying up. You're going to see a lot of it. Then on the Red Hawks side, 14 assists for Cornelius. That's exactly what we thought we were going to see. 6 kills there for Bryn Bautista, who looked a little slow in that first set. She's upped her game. Brianna Craig, she's at 7 now after 4 kills in that second set. Cameron Muse, who's been incredible, has 5 more kills to her name. She's in double digits once again. We all knew that was coming. Sophia DeProfio didn't really need to do that much.
No.
This last set. All she had was a dig and a block attempt. That was really it. No attacks, no kills, nothing needed. They've been a really fun team to watch. You see coming off, Emma Hatcher has been incredible to watch too. She's got 11 digs, 3 more than she did last time. This is my favorite statistic though. Lily Thomas had, I always read the numbers wrong. I think I'm going blind, Justin. Never mind. But Lily Thomas has been very fun to watch. Didn't play much that set. And I imagine in this last set, as she's on the court, and so is Sophia DeProfio, we'll see a lot more of them.
Well, how about this, Vin?
Hit me.
Looking at, we talked about Bryn Bautista. First set, she had 9 total attacks.
Bingo.
She's now up to 26. So in that second set, if my math is correct, she had 17.
Is your math correct?
I think my math is correct, I'm not a math major, but yeah, I think she had 17 total attacks just in that second set alone. So Bautista has just been very active here in this tri-match finale.
You're not a mathematician, my friend?
I'm not.
Wow.
Luckily, I passed it in grade school, but,
In grade school?
I did.
I was a big guy in geometry.
Were you?
No, algebra. Algebra was my favorite.
Okay.
I was a big algebra guy. Find X. Of course I could find X. I'm Fitzy Picone.
So third set underway. FDU got the first point. Lily Thomas comes right in and makes her presence felt, getting the kill. And it's all even at 1 apiece.
Justin, I could really see this being the most competitive set. I know FDU's down up against the wall, down 2-0 in sets, best out of 5. But I mean, this is what you dream of.
As FDU gets the point right back, and I think you said it perfectly, because myself and Tom were talking about it on the first broadcast, where when the Redhawks, they're up 2-0 in that first game against St. Joe's. Realistically, you would think the pressure is on FDU to not make any more mistakes, because if they do, then they obviously lose. But realistically, the pressure is more on the Redhawks, because if you sit back and relax, you're giving FDU life to get back into the game.
Giving FDU, yeah, true.
So we're at 2-2. It's O'Connor, dug out by Batista. To Cornelius, now to Muse for the kill, and I mean, it's just almost automatic at this point when Cameron Muse loads up for the kill.
She's got 11 kills now on her day. She's been incredible all season, and to round out the regular season for this is how you want to do it. I mean, striking as per usual.
As that one's going to go out of bounds, a point for the Redhawks. They now lead it 4-2.
This is Justin. How many kills did she have in the first game?
For who?
Muse.
She had 15.
Now 4 straight games for her that she's had, or 3 straight games for her that she's had double-digit kills. She missed 2 games, but honestly, both of those games, she had 4 kills in 3 sets, and then she's had 6 kills in 3 sets.
And how about another one, Vin?
There you go. Keep it rolling.
How about another one? That is now kill number 13 for Cameron Muse, and she is now 2 away from tying what she did in match number 1. And you got to think that she's has her eyes set on exceeding what she did in the first match. Weinman sends it over. Batista to Cornelius. Oh, that is a nifty play from Lucy Cornelius. She was getting ready to set it. She just flings it over the net instead, and FDU was late to react for the point.
Well, Justin, with her 12th kill today, Cameron Muse has tied the mark that she set last year of her. She tied her kill mark from last year when she won an NJAC Rookie of the Year. She had 360 last year. She has 360 right now after coming into this match right now.
So she's already exceeded. Yeah, that's unbelievable.
She needs one more to exceed it.
Yep.
And last year it also counted playoffs. So that game against Stockton, she had 17 kills last year.
And she tried to get the kill there, but it went out of bounds. So we'll still have to wait for her to exceed that record.
They didn't want her to succeed, Justin. No. That was a joke. They just didn't want us to, be in the middle of talking about it.
So it's 7-4 Redhawks. Set up, Cornelius to Muse, kept alive, and now Craig keeps it up by Weinman. Sent over to O'Connor. Weinman again keeps it alive. It's Wood to O'Connor. Traska with the dig. Cornelius to Muse. And she's got the kill. There it is. Cameron Muse breaks her freshman record for kills, now with 361. Correct, Vin?
Bingo. You got it, bud.
That's
right
it.
There.
And we still have a lot of work to do here in this match, so she has an opportunity to extend her record. Traska to Cornelius to Craig, kept alive by Weinman, and it falls in front of her. It's a point for the Redhawks. They lead it 9-4.
Justin, can I give you one more statistic?
Keep going, man.
She has 721 kills now in her 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say 2 seasons.
Yeah.
That puts her in her sophomore year, puts her in 14th for most kills in Montclair State volleyball history.
It's just unbelievable.
The mark to beat is Leah Higgins, who has 1,156. She graduated now 3 years ago. Now, you'd have to look at it. Maybe I'll do some research right now.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out exactly how many she needs in the next 2 seasons to break it.
I was going to do something else, but I will do that too, Justin.
Yeah. that'll take a lot more work to do than probably what you were looking at. But we get some more substitutions. Lily Thomas.
Justin, I have one last statistic.
Keep going.
I'm so sorry. I'm looking at Leah Higgins' stats right now.
The more numbers, the better.
I don't know about that, but I'm looking at Leah Higgins' stats right now. And in her first 2 seasons, she had she only had 1 season with over 300 kills.
Wow.
And that was her last season, where she had 353. Muse has now had more than 353 in 2 seasons straight.
So she is well on her way. Yeah, she's on a remarkable pace right now. So it's very exciting to see what Cameron Muse does year after year here at MSU. As we get back to action, Wood keeps it alive, but it goes out of bounds. And a point will go to the Redhawks. They lead it 13-5 then. And right now it's getting a little bit late early here for FDU. It's Wood sending it across. Going for the kill was Mackenzie Crandall. And instead the Redhawks return the favor as they get the kill from Lily Thomas. Corso on the serve. Kept alive. Carica with it. And across it goes to Crandall, who gets the kill. And for Crandall, that is, I believe, her first kill of the game. She came in with 88 kills on the season. So a new look here for FDU as they get more players back in. It's Muse who sends it over. O'Connor. Over to Crandall and across to Fitch. And Traska had no chance of keeping that alive as it goes out of play. It's 14-7.
Justin, while we got a quick second as they're battling here. Now, Leah Higgins played 5 seasons because she had a COVID year. In her first 3 seasons, so that includes the junior year the junior year during the lockout, correct? 554 kills combined.
It's just remarkable.
In 2 seasons, though,
Yeah.
for Cameron Muse, she's had 721. So that's the difference I'm talking about right now.
Yeah.
She has a very good chance of beating the record entirely that was just set a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, she's got well over 150 more kills to this point. So, it's a great pace that she's at if she keeps this up.
And I think you're going to look at somebody else's name in a couple of years, and that's going to be Bryn Bautista, who's going to be on that list just as much as her teammate.
Served by Cornelius. Kept up by Hart. Setting it up now. It's Cornelius back over to Thomas. Kept alive by O'Connor. Cornelius keeps it up to Hatcher, over to Sherman. Kept up by Wood. And that one's going to go out of play as it looked like it was Crandall in pursuit, but the point will be awarded to the Redhawks. They lead it by 10. Cornelius will serve. O'Connor kept alive. Fitch gets it over. Thomas to Cornelius to Batista. who gets the kill.
Wow. Bautista's rocking and rolling right now.
That is kill number 10 for Batista, putting her in double figures. As Sammy Mizak will check in for Cameron Muse. Cornelius on the serve. Wood gets it over to Caruso. And a point will go to the Devils. It's now 18-8.
For Bren Bautista, it's her 8th straight game now with double-digit kills. And 9th out of 10.
Ocasio back in. She'll serve. Batista to Cornelius. To Sherman, who gets the kill. Riley Sherman adding to the list of kills here today for the Redhawks. As that is her first kill. Bryn Batista will check out Hayden Newhouse in for MSU.
14th career kill for her in her freshman season.
It's great to see. As that point will go to FDU. Still, the Redhawks have a 10-point lead. They are 6 points away from the sweep. Cornelius up to Thomas, who gets another kill. Lily Thomas with kill number 5. And the Redhawks have hit the 20-point mark.
Langhammer coming in.
It's Emma Hatcher on the serve. Fitch sends it up for Ocasio, and Hart puts it over. Langhammer over to Mizak. Tries to punch it over the net there, but couldn't get it to go, and FDU hits the double figure mark. 20-10 is the score. Gabby Hart will serve. Mizak to Cornelius. Back to Mizak. Got it. She gets the kill. Sammy Mizak with her first of the match.
Mizak usually does it from the serving position. Switching it up right now.
And now for FDU, Olivia Abruzzo, the libero, subbing in for the first time. O'Connor goes for the kill. Kept alive by Mizak. Cornelius to Mizak. Puts it over. It's Abruzzo. Over to O'Connor. Going for the kill. Coming my way. I could not grab it that time.
You gotta dive out, Justin.
I gotta sprawl out for that one. I couldn't get there in time.
Okay. I don't know if anyone saw it. Don't crease the Jordans.
Yeah, be careful over there. 21-11, the score. There's a serve from Caruso. Setting it up for Mizak for the kill, but it goes out of bounds. It's now 21-12.
A lot of ground to make up for FDU, but if you put up a fight and you read the situations as they come, you can make it happen.
The serve from Caruso. Kept up by Newhouse. Cornelius to Mizak. And it was blocked, but out of bounds. Point for the Redhawks, as they're inching closer to completing the 3-set sweep. Hayden Newhouse will sub out. Bryn Batista back in. Mizak on the serve. Fitch to Caruso. To Crandall for the kill. Mizak keeps it alive. Cornelius to Mizak, who puts it over. Abruzzo to Caruso. Across to Crandall, kept alive by Caruso. To Abruzzo. Back over. Kept up by Traska to Mizak. Now to Cornelius, kept up by Abruzzo. Across it goes. Crandall to Mizak, who couldn't handle that one. And a point awarded to FDU, but a very good rally from both sides.
Just gotta string some together. I mean, they arguably they are in a comfortable position right now. The 9-point lead they can be.
Cornelius to Langhammer, kept alive by O'Connor. Across it goes, Fitch for the kill, kept alive, tapped over by Weinman. And FDU will not go away quietly as they've strung together a couple of points in a row here. They trail by 8. On the serve was O'Connor. Set up nicely, Lucy Cornelius. I mean, the awareness on the court, Vin, is just unmatched.
She does that a lot, but my favorite part of when she does that, she trips up everyone. Like, even Coach Stawinski's like, I didn't write that one up.
Right.
The entire team thinks it's coming to them, and I think that's the magic of it. The only one that knows that the route's changing is Cornelius, and she's able to switch it up. She does that, or I mean, from what I've seen, she does it more than she's done in this match, and now it's game point time. Justin, take it away.
Yeah, no, you said it perfectly. Game point, match point here. Emerson Corso on the serve. Fitch to Caruso to Weinman, and it stays inbounds, and we are not done just yet, Mr. Vincent Picone.
Well, I mean,
as we get some substitutions, Emma Hatcher is in. Emerson Corzo and Nikki Langhammer sub out. Weinman on the serve. Mizak to Batista. Oh, a couple of miscommunications. Traska gets it over. Kept alive. Across the Fitch. It's blocked down and out of bounds, and FDU still has life. There is no margin for error for the Devils right now, as they need 8 straight points to keep their hopes alive. Weinman on the serve. Traska to Cornelius to Batista. And it's a point for the Redhawks, and that will do it as the ball stayed in bounds as Montclair State completes the tri-match sweep after taking down St. Joe's earlier today and now taking down Fairleigh Dickinson University from Florham as they win in straight sets. And for the Redhawks, Vin, they have won 6 straight sets here today. A perfect day on all facets for the Redhawks. And that concludes now the regular season for MSU as they have their sights set on the NJAC tournament, where they will travel now to William Patterson to take on the Pioneers.
Phenomenal game for them. And that's how you do it. You make a statement win, and you really work it as long as you can. Justin, this has been phenomenal for them, and just great job. Just a great job.
Just overall, unbelievable stuff from the Redhawks this season, and we mentioned it. They will be heading to William Patterson, where they played. They played William Patterson earlier this season, all the way back on September 23rd. Unfortunately, the Redhawks, they lost in straight sets to Willie P. in that first matchup of the season, so you know that MSU is looking for revenge as they get ready to travel to Willie P. on Tuesday, November 11th, Wayne, New Jersey. It'll be a 7 o'clock start, and MSU, as we mentioned, they have the 5th seed. William Patterson is the 4 seed, and we talked about how it would have to take a remarkable, circumstances for the Redhawks to regain home court advantage if they go deep in the NJAC tournament. But like I said before, the Redhawks, they're not focused on that. They're focused on getting ready to go to Willie P. and have one goal in mind, and that is to keep their season alive.
Exactly, and that's how you want to do it. It's extraordinary to see. It's fun to watch, and we can't wait for playoffs to come. They'll be on the road, but they played an insane season this year for the Redhawks.
Just overall, an outstanding season for them. They conclude their overall record at 26-5. Now they are 16-1 at home. And once again, we are just ready to send everyone on their way here and you know, wish the best of luck to the MSU women's volleyball team as they get ready to go to Willie P. So, you know, I'm sure everyone here at MSU knows about this and is hoping for the best for them. And you know, I think that's pretty much going to wrap us up here on Senior Day at Panzer Athletic Center. Once again, the Redhawks win both of their matches here in the tri-match, taking down St. Joe's 3-0 and now FDU 3-0. But that will do it for us here on the Redhawk Sports Network, your coverage of Montclair State University athletics. I have been Vince. Alongside Vincent.
Geez.
Oh my goodness. That,
one of those days.
Wow, it is one of those days. When you do two volleyball games, you know, you get a little bit mixed up. But anyways, I've been Justin Randell. He has been Vincent Pacone. And we wish you all a very good night. Happy Saturday. And we'll see you guys next time here on the Redhawk Sports Network. Take care, everybody.